Everyone, there are lots of talks around that India to be renamed as Bharat soon. Is it really possible to change your country name from India to be Bharat? Yes, of course, it's really possible. But you all might have one question. Why? Why now itself all are talking about changing our country name from India to be Bharat? Why Bharat? What if government does this? What are the consequences government need to face? What constitution says about this? Why Bharat? Which is the right name to be called as our country's name? India or Bharat? Let's discuss each and everything from origination of these words, how we got the names in like India and Bharat. Let's discuss each and everything in this video completely. Why Bharat? Reason number one is the President of India. Look at this invitation. It is being sent out by the Draupadi Murmu, the President of India, the invitee for the G20 dinner on September 9th. Look at this invitation first. So below the emblem, look at what it says. So Draupadi Murmu invited the G20 members as the President of Bharat, not as President of India. She mentioned there as President of Bharat. So this is the reason number one why people started thinking like that. And reason number two is upcoming parliament session. The government has called for the special parliament session from September 9 to September 22. So this is another main reason. The reports are saying that there will be discussion about the concept of changing of country name from India to be Bharat. Let's look into the constitution, what constitution says about this. According to the Constitution of India, the constitution recognizes both India and Bharat as the official names of the country. And also according to article number 1, so the constitution states that India, that is Bharat, is a union of states. It means both names India and Bharat are valid here and also can be interchangeable. So this is a power of article 1, that two names are interchangeable. So it is possible to change the name of our country from India to be Bharat according to constitution. So before this, if government decides to change our country name from India to be Bharat, so it should face some political as well as legal consequences, because all our official names like Supreme Court of India or RBI of Reserve Bank of India, like this we have India in everywhere in official documents to every website, that we have to change them. We have to face the legal consequences also, and also political parties opposition consequence also we have to face while changing the country name from India to be Bharat. And also that is not that easy like we are talking now. So these are the main reasons behind talking that, and the government also should face these consequences. Let's look out how these words India and Bharat differ from each other and how they were originated. Let's look into that. Now let's start to understand the real meaning of our country names like India and Bharat, which is the right one. What's the real meaning of their origins? Let's start with India itself. So India is really originally originated or derived from name of the river called Sindhu. So it was Indus river, but according to Sanskrit, so it was calling it as in Sindhu. Later it becomes Hindu. Later we were calling as Hindustanis also. But when Greeks captured that Indus river region and the land there, so they started calling that Indus region people as Indoi. Okay, Indoi, when they captured and encountered the people along the Indus river region. So in 4th century BC, they started calling them as Indoi. Later that name evolved into India. But when Britishers came, they not used Hindustanis also. They not called us as Bharat people also. They used the term India to present us. So that was the first time Britishers officially given us name as Indians. So from that time we were using the name called India itself. So when after the independence also 1947, we had chance to change our name from India to Bharat, but because of national recognition, so continuity of that name from past, so these were main reasons that we have continued and adopted that name itself in our constitution of our India itself. So next let's go into the Bharat. Bharat, when we define Bharat or Bharata, so we define it as the land between sea and snowy mountains. It's perfectly fits to our Indian geography. Look out, so in north we have Himalaya, in south we have Indian Ocean, right? So it's a land between sea and mountain. It perfectly fits to our country's name, and also it has ancient and traditional importance. So it is more inclusive because many arguments favor India to be named as Bharat, because so it's a most ancient and traditional name of our country. So it is more inclusive of all cultures and languages of our country. So when we say Bharat, it feels like feeling of greatness of our culture. So Bharat is a right name for our country, I think. So India is not a right name because it has no specific meaning, no meaning at all. So it is not related to our culture or tradition. So Bharat feels like it's saying about our great culture. We are feeling that emotion of our country. So Bharat is the right name, I think.